Hi, and welcome to part 3 of our hidden meaning behind dog behaviors, so let's get started. Eating grass is a pretty common behavior in dogs. Unfortunately, this usually means that their diet is lacking a specific nutrient, or they are simply trying to digest their food better. Grass helps with this since it is basically fiber. Also, it may be a sign of intestinal worms. Or, it may just mean it's hot outside and they're trying to stay hydrated by drinking any remaining water on the grass. In any case, if your dog starts doing this too often, it might be good to go for a vet checkup. You never know what might be the underlying issue. Better to be safe than sorry. When your dog is still a puppy, it's not much different than when your teenager is still a baby or toddler. The eyes say it all. Those great big puppy eyes manage to melt our hearts. What does that expression mean? Not much apparently. Just like when your baby or toddler stares at you. When you leave the house in the morning, on most occasions, your dog will be calm. They know the routine. It is now time to leave, but they know that you will return. Funny, though, those puppy eyes never really go away. Your dog will leverage those bad boys until the end of time. When your dog, usually a young puppy, raises its paw, don't ignore it. Whatever you do, acknowledge that darn paw. They are trying to ask for something. They either want to play or are just seeking your attention. If it's not the right time for you for doggy play, at least let your dog know that now is not the time. That fraction of attention can sometimes do the job. Amazing how these animals are like our kids. If an adult dog does this, it will usually place its paw on your lap, and this will mean he is hungry, or the water bowl is empty. Listen, we all feel refreshed after a shower or a dip in the pool, and the same certainly applies to members of the canine kingdom. Some dogs actually enjoy getting a bath, but it's definitely the exception to the rule. Usually, dogs can't wait to get out of the bath. When your dog starts running like a mad animal after getting a bath, this obviously means they're not too fond of it. Dogs will also do this because being wet is an uncomfortable sensation to them, and they just want to dry off as quickly as possible and get their smell back. If you've ever owned a dog, or had kids, it's safe to say you know the term invasion of privacy all too well. Generally, pets are invasive. And while dogs might not be as intrusive as their feline counterparts, they still have a tendency to get all up in your business. Just remember, whenever you get annoyed because your dog is invading your personal space, like following you to the toilet and just standing there, it just means they want to be close to you. Dogs are pack animals, and pack animals like to stay close to their pack. And you are their pack. Whenever you see your dog showing empathy, it means exactly that, they feel empathetic. Dogs can sense when there are as strange of feelings in the air, especially when those feelings are anger or sadness. And when your dog senses you're upset, they most likely will want to comfort you in any way they can. If you're feeling down and your dog is next to you, looking at you, licking you, or just kindly resting his head or his paw on you, they are just simply letting you know that they are there for you. Or if you're having a tender moment like these two, yes, that also counts. Another endearing position that dogs often assume is when they curl up into a compact ball, resembling a charming little fox. In this delightful posture, their paws tuck snugly beneath their body, and their tail wraps around, even reaching their face. Interestingly, this behavior is commonly associated with feeling cold. Dogs instinctively adopt this curled-up stance as it aids in conserving their body heat. By compacting themselves tightly, they minimize the surface area exposed to the chilly air, allowing them to retain warmth more efficiently. If you spot your furry companion sleeping in this cozy position at home, a simple gesture of kindness would be to provide them with a soft blanket to further cocoon themselves in comfort and warmth. We've domesticated dogs so much that we often forget where they came from, and the fact that they're pack animals. We're reminded of this every time we see two dogs getting along or exhibiting pack behaviors around each other. For example, when they sleep back to back. Apart from being incredibly cute, this is something a dog will only do with another member of what they consider to be their pack, a dog they completely trust. At the end of the day, dogs look out for one another and will watch each other's back, and sleep against each other's back too. Just like this adorable little French bulldog in the picture below, we're sure your dog has brought you shoes, gifts, and, in less desirable situations, a dead animal, once or twice at least. If your dog does this, take it as the utmost sign of respect and reverence. They're actually trying to make you happy by gifting you something. How cute is that? Now you know, next time your dog struts proudly into the room with a dead animal in its mouth, just try and hide the grossed out face and smile. Unless, of course, it is the neighbor's cat. If you're a parent of a baby or young child, the familiar sound of whining likely resonates with you. Similarly, a whining dog often indicates discomfort or attempts to communicate pain. However, it is crucial to pay close attention to the context. While a whining dog can genuinely be experiencing discomfort or pain, it's important to note that sometimes it can be a simple plea for attention. Just like children, dogs may resort to whining as a way to seek interaction or express their desire for companionship. Therefore, careful observation and understanding the nuances of their behavior are essential to discern when the whine is genuine and requires attention or when it's simply an appeal for engagement. In a dog's world, the ears say it all. These next ear rules will help you understand what your dog is going through and assure they are treated accordingly. Ears forward and up are a happy and curious dog. Let's face it, how could it not mean that? It's pretty obvious. Maybe it wants to play or chase someone. Flat and close to the head ears indicate that the dog is scared or unsecured. Ears that are not flat on the head but are apart, the dog is probably sad or bothered by something. As for us humans, we don't really have the ability to show people how we feel with our ears. Dogs typically engage in genital licking as part of their natural cleaning routine. However, it is important to note when this behavior becomes excessive. If you observe your dog repeatedly focusing on their genital area more than they do on other parts of their body, it may indicate an underlying issue. One possible cause could be a urinary tract infection, which can lead to genital discharge and irritation. This discomfort may be prompting your dog's increased licking behavior. Recognizing this, it is advisable to seek veterinary attention to properly diagnose and treat any potential infections or underlying conditions. Taking proactive steps to address your dog's health concerns can help restore their comfort and well-being. A dog's mouth is typically open, exuding an air of tranquility and contentment, signaling their happiness and satisfaction. However, it's important to take notice when your dog's mouth appears slightly opened, displaying tension and an overall sense of discomfort. Keenly observe your dog to detect if their mouth is slightly open or even slightly closed. A dog's mouth is typically open, exuding an air of tranquility and contentment, signaling their happiness and satisfaction. However, it's important to take notice when your dog's mouth appears slightly opened, displaying tension and an overall sense of discomfort. Keenly observe your dog to detect if their mouth is slightly open or even slightly closed. Unlike puppies, adult dogs exhibit a more deliberate and purposeful approach when it comes to licking. When dogs lick their lips, it often serves as a mechanism to comfort and pacify whoever is approaching them. It's a subtle gesture employed to soothe potential tension or unease. In certain situations where dogs perceive a threat or harbor a hint of aggression, licking their lips can be an instinctual response. Furthermore, licking may also come into play when dogs feel frustrated or perplexed, as it serves as an appeasement signal, expressing a desire for harmonious interaction and diffusing potential conflicts. Understanding the nuanced language of licking in dogs enables us to decipher their emotions and respond appropriately. Growling is usually what keeps us, humans, away from a dog. It frightens us and we feel threatened by it. A growling dog is a protective dog, therefore this justifies our behavior, and not only theirs. There is probably a reason for them to feel insecure. A growling dog will usually become an aggressive dog and can be resulted in an attack. On the other hand, if your dog produces a soft growl, it could indicate that it's in a playful mood. But if you ever see this dog with this expression on his face, it's probably best to just walk away. Dogs aren't known for the fragrance of roses trailing out of their mouth. In fact, they usually have some sort of unsavory aroma coming from that part of their body. It's part of their charm. However, if your dog's breath suddenly starts to smell worse than usual, do not ignore this. Bad breath can indicate a medical situation that must be treated. One of its internal organs, liver or kidneys, might need care. Dog's breath could also smell sweet, which might indicate that there is a sugar level issue, such as diabetes. Anyway, if the breath of your dog doesn't stink in the usual way, it's time to visit the vet. Have you ever witnessed your dog pressing its head against a wall or pushing against a solid object? It's important to note that these actions are not mere playful antics, they demand your immediate attention. Such behavior can serve as a worrisome indicator of underlying health conditions. It could be a potential sign of poisoning or a neurological disorder affecting the brain. Recognizing the urgency, it is imperative to prioritize your dog's well-being and promptly seek veterinary care. Visiting a veterinarian as soon as possible is crucial in situations like these. Timely intervention and expert diagnosis are essential to identify the root cause and initiate appropriate treatment, ensuring the best possible outcome for your beloved canine companion. Just like humans, all pets, especially dogs, want to live in a clean environment, so when your dog starts to urinate in your home, something is wrong. There is no reason for a dog to purposely empty its bladder if everything is okay. And we can't expect them to find the toilet and hit the target of their own accord. That is just not in their nature. Urinating around the house can be a sign of a problem with kidney function, and when concerning older dogs, could be a sign of another medical condition that needs to be looked at. Well, there you have it. We hope you enjoyed our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Watch out for video 4. See you next time.